Okay, we're having another look at this watercolour graffiti work, and I'm going to just go over some more of this blending. So I've done a little bit more on here. What's important to look at here is that we're trying to replicate that, and we can see here we've got some quite vivid colours with dark tones, and you can see here that I've replicated those. What we don't want is just a real washed out. This is no good at all. If you're working on this sheet, then you need to try and get some of these depth of tones up here, and also this variated work here. And you can see this example, there's none of that. So we've got that there, and we're just going to have a quick look at blending again. So here, if you noticed, I've wiped the brush with a piece of tissue. I've got a small amount of water. I'm just going to look at this area here which needs to blend, and by going over it, it was reasonably dry, and by just going over it with the brush, you can see I've made quite a good job there of blending those two colours. We just look here on these examples, take the brush, virtually clean water, we've got these two colours here, have a go with these and just blending those through. Again, clean my brush. Another thing you can do to help this is if you get the two colours and mix a blend of those colours onto here, and then just use that colour mix blend to extend your blending. And if you can see when they're dry, you can always work over it again, but we can see in areas like this we've gone from a straight line. What you've got to watch out for is when you're doing areas here. So for example, I'm going to use a little bit of the yellow here, and I'm going to come around here to add some more depth of colour to this. But you've got to be careful not to drag the brush onto the orange here, because if we're looking at original here, there's quite a strong line, and we don't want to blend that. We don't want to lose that. So that's the blending and adding colours. In some areas, we want a good contrast of colours. So for example, down here, a good contrast of colours. Then in other areas we want the colours blended, and that's, as you can see, that's coming on nice vivid colours with blending where we want blending, and separate colours where we'd like to keep the colours separate.